What's up, friends? In this video, we're going to talk about how to elevate linear lighting. So, I think the big struggle for a lot of architects and interior designers that are doing commercial spaces or medical spaces or, any kind of workspace like that is how do you take the basics and elevate them a little bit? How do you create visual interest and create a space that's dynamic and fun without breaking the bank, without going crazy on budget? And this video is going to be all about how one company that we represent really goes after this from a design perspective. All right, so we're going to talk about Day-O-Lite, and we're going to talk about their linear capabilities. Okay, so let's talk about the line of light. We've seen it before, and the word custom can be really scary. But here's the thing. For a company like Day-O-Lite, based in Rhode Island, American company, custom is standard, right? They're going to be building every project per order anyway. So if you want to do something that's a little bit different, it's not as difficult as you may think. I talked about it in the intro. We have to get past these squares and, just basic commodity grade lighting that happens in office spaces, retail environments, all across our area, right? We can do better than that without massively increasing cost. And that's where a company like Day-O-Lite can really be helpful. Let's talk about the basic building blocks. So, linear product from Day-O-Lite comes in their profile series, profile 1.4, profile 2.2, profile 2.4, and profile 4.4. Those part numbers are very simple because you're talking about 1x4, 2x2, 2x4, and 4x4. Those larger 4-inch profiles can be surface, recessed, suspended. They can be bent, and they can be factory cut to create dynamic geometric shapes. Really, they become the basic building blocks. So whether we're talking about straight linear like you're seeing on this slide here, or we're talking about more complicated things that we're going to see in a second, this is really the kind of building block you're going to start from. And it really is a dynamic system. And what I mean by that is you can sit with a napkin sketch and sort of walk through the beginnings of what your design wants to be. And we can bring that to Day-O-Lite and talk about feasibility. So if you're talking about, I want a curve that's going to match the curve of the ceiling where the ceiling meets the ACT ceiling, great, sketch it out for us. We can curve these profiles to within a 10-inch radius, which is really tight for a big piece of metal like that. Continuous lensing, so you don't have any weird, bright spots or any kind of shadowing of LEDs. It's really easy to do this stuff with Day-O-Lite. And so I think the real question is, what is your imagination telling you? What are some of the details you'd like to achieve? And of course, it goes to custom bending, but there's also some other options here, like drop lens acrylic fixtures, custom suspensions. One of the things that makes Day-O-Lite really unique is they are a wet paint shop. So while most linear manufacturers today are powder coat shops, Day-O-Lite is still using wet paint, which has an interesting advantage. You can now specify any like Benjamin Moore or whatever other wet paint that you would like to match and move it through the facility, and you're going to get a perfect match from Day-O-Lite. You can actually specify the paint you want instead of doing that RAL thing that most manufacturers do. Other options include things like acoustical cladding, right? If you want to make the fixtures more soundproof, more sound dampening, just another way to make the space more healthy, more dynamic. Really quick summary, you're looking at a PRFL 1.4, 2.2, 2.4, and 4.4, all capable of doing direct, indirect. All of the 4-inch profiles can also be recessed. We can transition from different ceiling types, custom bending within 10 inches, incredible range of outputs, and all the profiles are 4.5 inches tall, except for the 2x2. And that sort of begs the question, what's next? And what's next is what's in your imagination. What do you want to do that's more dynamic? Do you want to do RGBW? Do you want to do tunable white? Do you want to do BIOS or any other daylighting system? Do you want to integrate controls into the fixtures? There's really no limitations. It's just a matter of what you want to do from these very basic building blocks. I hope this one was helpful. I hope it sort of gives you a sense for what is possible. You just have to engage your rep and you engage your factory. I think that too often we're left, with what the contractor wants to do, which is super simple, super fast, right? Fast, cheap, easy. That's what they want to do. No shade to my contractor friends, but if we want to elevate design, then we have to engage the factories and we have to engage what's possible. So reach out to us, SDA Lighting here in New York and Northern New Jersey, and we want to make your next project dynamic, interesting, and fun. Thanks.